Thanks. We'll call this special meeting of the Board of Selectmen, July 27, 2022 to order at 7:03. The single topic is approve the agenda for the August 5th, 2022 town meeting. And we have that in the folder. So there's just one piece that I think we should reconsider, and that's the number, the sum. Looking at it, we're likely not going to get through all of the request and contract and everything, probably not until like an October 1st start for this person. So it's really going to be 9 months, which is $150,000. So that would be my one suggestion, to reconsider that, so that it's more realistic to the 3/4 of the fiscal year versus a whole, prorated.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because the original number that the Board of Education quoted was 187,000. Is that correct?
Right, but they quoted it without that. There's
Proration,
automatic overtime that is part of how the scheduling will work. So we popped it up to 200,
Okay.
but then looking at it again, it's really just 3/4 of the year, not a full year.
Okay. Okay. So you're requesting how much again? 130, you said?
150.
150.
And I just want to make sure my math is right. Yeah, it comes out to 149,999.
Okay. And still with that 150, is the Board of Ed still, their piece is 70% and ours is 30% of that, or is that skewed with the proration?
So that's what they're proposing, but dealing with strictly the motion for the town meeting, it's 150.
Okay.
Total.
Donna has a question in the chat.
Oh, sorry. Our original motion from the BOS meeting, I'd have to go back.
Let's see.
Joyce, do you have that?
Let's see.
Aren't you going to have to change that
or-
figure if you're going to bring it to the town hall at a different price? I mean, if you're going to bring it to the town at a different price, your motion was very specific with regard to the amount of money. So are you going to have to amend your motion?
Let's see.
That we made,
The
trying to
motion that you
remember if
made
we
to move it on
included
to the
an-
Board of Finance.
say that again.
The motion that you made to move it on to the Board of Finance, wasn't there a dollar figure in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my notes. I don't remember if I included a dollar figure.
It's I have the notes here. It said it says, after some discussion, Gene Speck made a motion to support the proposal from the Board of Ed regarding the addition of a school resource officer, SRO, and send the proposal to the Board of Finance for consideration. Rufus Durham seconded the motion and the motion carried.
Yeah.
So there was no dollar amount then?
There was no
No.
dollar right
I
there.
think we did.
But there was a dollar amount in their proposal somewhere, correct?
That's true, actually.
Because didn't the proposal come out to 180?
Let's see. Let's see.
So let's think about this. Does that affect this? agenda? I guess is the question.
Because if they, if they ask for a different amount and we're putting a different amount in front of the town here, do we have to justify that? Do we have to have another motion? We say nothing about proration.
So I would think that we would, and Darlene, by all means, hop in here. Would we make a motion to amend this? Or, yeah, we would make a motion to amend the agenda, correct?
You would, yes, ultimately,
Oh, we just
yes,
lost-
that's the purpose of this, to approve the agenda. I think that, yes, that's the purpose of the meeting, is to approve the agenda for the town meeting. So you'd make an amendment.
Mhm.
But I think more importantly is, I think what's being asked is, how do we know in process, how do we know that the Board of Ed, they put forward a proposal that said 180. Where is it that, I guess, where is it that they're in agreement with this? We don't
You don't have an updated proposal that
have
shows the new
anything
figure.
saying that they are in agreement with this, and that's what, right? And, so. The benefit obviously is that it's less than more. That's obviously the benefit of it. But what if, for some reason, the agreement gets all tied up and can be effective September 1st? For some reason, I don't, again, I have no idea about the negotiation of timing.
Well, I think the town would be able to cover that 16 if it was one more month. But 12 and a half. I just want to find their proposal.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Let me think.
I have an email.
Yeah, I did email it to you guys that night.
Yeah, I got the one. Oh yeah, okay. I see.
So they were on record at the Board of Finance meeting. Scott Trabucco was as saying 187. And that it did not include the overtime.
Hmm.
I know they're meeting right now. I mean, we either. The issue is that we have to move we can't pass this tonight and then we have to move it out. That's really the option.
Yeah. What does that do to the two other dates that we're looking at? Friday, the 5th and Tuesday, the 16th?
We just have to reschedule.
Okay.
Darlene, would that, just for the sake of having a whole complete loop with all of the, with an updated proposal from the Board of Ed sent to us as an official communication so that we can sort of close the loop on this? Is that, would that be your?
I guess
Sorry, go ahead.
in following the bouncing ball of just seeing step one to go to step two,
Yeah.
I guess in just looking at this as far as process, I know you just said they're meeting tonight. Are they aware of this dollar amount change where they'll actually be making a change to the dollar amount in discussion of the Board of Ed?
Barbara's on the call with them right now, but I
Okay.
feel like instead of trying to just bounce the ball faster.
Yep.
Makes sense if we can slow the ball down a little bit, then why not? I guess what's the downside of moving this out? It's getting that SRO in there, the position in there another couple of weeks earlier. I don't know any other downside to not passing this tonight or not moving on this tonight.
I mean, certainly the Board of Ed would like something in place by the time school begins. However, I think we want to get this right.
Yes.
I mean, we want to,
Right, and
Well, I
that's not
don't-
gonna happen. They know that that's not
Yeah.
gonna happen anyway.
But that's
Um,
what I mean. That's like just using that sentence alone, we're making a
Oh, you just cut
proposal,
out.
reducing the amount, making statement to that this isn't going to be. Hold on, I'm gonna take myself in another area of the house. Okay, so I think that you have to be on record. Are we making this dollar amount based on it being effective October 1st? Or are we responding to that? Yes, Scott is on record as saying he wanted this done as soon as possible so it could be in place as of the start of school. You're saying that the dollar amount is tied to that time frame.
Right,
So
Yep.
the $200,000 is being proposed that covers from the start of the school. We just don't know where that $200,000 came from because it doesn't agree with the motion. That was the proposal that the motion was made on.
right. It was sort of an oral correction at the Board of Finance meeting when Scott said that it didn't include those overtime hours. But I think that for all, like, when all is said and done, we should just take a breath and get back in touch with the Board of Ed, get an updated proposal from them with the right number, the more fleshed out, so that we have it in writing from them, and we'll have another special meeting and we'll change the dates on this agenda and motion and the numbers if that's what we need to do. I'd rather slow down the process in order to get the process right than keep
Have to
going
go
with the
back to
process to
another
just
town meeting.
blow it through. Right.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Was
I am-
Barbara, I guess in my question, was Barbara attending the Board of Education meeting for just that purpose? To discuss the change of amount?
Yeah. They're in executive session. They were having an executive session about that, the
Right, the
position.
contract, yep.
So I don't know exactly what else they might be talking about.
I'd recommend making it specific to the school year too. Especially since hopefully next year, if it continues, it'll be in the budget. I think people need to know that this money is not budgeted at this point in time. In that, you're hoping that you're gonna be getting a budget number request for fiscal year 23, 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think in the agenda, it says supplemental appropriation, so that would be the wording that we would be using to say we're increasing the 2023 budget.
I would still throw it in there. I don't know but that's just me. Just because it says supplemental, people are going to say, well, I have no idea what that means. So supplemental for the fiscal year, and that it would be budgeted, hopefully, in the next fiscal year.
I don't think you can do a yes or no question with
Mm.
that type of hypothetical
Yeah.
process as part of the wording.
And I think that would probably be part of the discussion at the town meeting. And that's a really good question to bring up, Donna.
Yeah.
I think it's valid to make sure that they understand that this is a commitment, just
Right.
as when we made the commitment to the first resident trooper program, that yes, we're making a supplemental this year, but yet, do you know this is a continuous commitment to have it in the budget going forward? And in your,
Not
it's
an anomaly.
totally- Yeah, no, you're absolutely right to have that on record.
So something similar happened the last time with our resident trooper currently. This was hired in the middle of the budget season or the middle
No.
of, no,
No.
Okay.
I don't believe it was. I thought,
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't think so. I believe it was
Yeah.
part of the budget.
part of the budget. Okay.
I thought,
But
but
for
again-
the purposes, right, of our
yeah,
conversation tonight, I think I'll make a motion to adjourn, and thanks for everybody for coming, and I appreciate the discussion and sort of walking through this and so that we can get it right. So
agree.
it's 7:20 and I'll make a motion to adjourn. Glenn, if you want to second that.
I will second that.
And we'll get all these parts and pieces put together and get a new proposal from them and move forward with this.
Good.
So all those in favor of adjourning the meeting.
Aye.
Thanks. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Right.
Thanks.